Okay, man. Grand Rising, everybody. Shout out to the underground community. Challenge accepted. Shout out to Corey Lee Boxing. He challenged channels to go on a streak, man, of consistent live streams. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. He's 10 days in. Today will be his 11th day of doing live streams every day for 11 days straight. I'm only on day two. I did two live streams yesterday. I was really out of my element. As of lately, I haven't been doing that. I've just been falling back because I haven't been too motivated or excited about what's been going on as far as this boxing content. But hey, man, we have to create different avenues for boxing fans to stay excited and to participate in topics. So we got a fight coming up. Yesterday, I did a topic called Cap Stars, and I left out, two people that should have been on there. So that's why I did a second live stream. I put Ryan Garcia on that list, and Rolly Romero I have to put on that list as well because along with Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, Rolly Romero has also been out here capping, stating that he was gonna retire, and so he's a cap star as well. But Rolly, he is going to be defending his WBA world title versus Issac Cruz, and he basically supposedly had an injury that kept him out of the ring for a little bit, and now he's coming back to defend his belt against a smaller fighter, Issac Cruz, coming up from 130, I believe. Yeah, I think Isaac Cruz fought Tank at maybe 135. And now he's coming up to 140 to challenge Rolly for his title. And I'm going to give a flame of shame today. Um, the flame of shame today is going to go to the WBA. Whoever, the president of the WBA, man, flame of shame to you, man. It's disrespectful, man. And it sucks for the supporters of this guy, Ismael Barroso. This guy was beating Rolly Romero when they fought, and hopefully the audio is okay, man. I'm on my way to work, and so if the audio start glitching, I apologize in advance. But this guy, deserves this shot, man. Back at the champion Rolly Romero, but he was beating Rolly Romero, and the referee stopped the fight prematurely. I can't remember who the ref was, but it was a horrible stoppage. I think it was a PBC special cooked up because Rolly, for whatever reason, is favored. He gets a lot of favoritism with PBC, and they want this guy to remain in a high status in the sport of boxing. He says a lot of stupid shit in interviews. He's disrespectful to other champions. He thinks he's a comedian, but realistically, Rolly is a horrible fighter. He is on the lower level of skilled fighters. J.O., what's up, man? He said, do you think there's a setup for the winner to rematch Tank? Audio's cool. Thank you, man. More than likely, and I'm shocked because I thought Isaac Cruz was going to be facing Tank. I thought Tank was going to make sure that fight happened, but that's a good point, J.O. Maybe the winner will be fighting Tank next. Tank is back in the gym. He's training, preparing for a fight, I guess. So maybe he's gonna be just getting himself back in fighting form and looking to take on the winner. I don't know. Shout out to Boxing Learner and shout out to the playback. But it sucks, man. Dang, I'm trying to think of Ismael Barroso's last opponent. He knocked him out. It was a matchroom fighter, I believe. But Ismael Barroso is the #1 contender in the WBA, and Issac Cruz skipped the line. And this is one of the things that I've always been against. I don't care who's the champion. Um, when there's a guy that is waiting, that is deserving to fight the champ, when they get skipped over or when they get swerved by the champion and the sanctioning body allows it, I always flame the sanctioning body and I always flame the champ. You know, Rolly got a gift over this guy, but he was getting knocked silly. He got knocked on his ass and barely escaped defeat from Ismael Barroso. He would have had his second loss. We already know Tang knocked him out, but Ismael Barroso was well on his way to getting a victory if it wasn't for the referee helping Rolly escape. You know, so why do they keep disrespecting this man? I get it. This guy, I don't know, 40 something years old. And he may not fit the profile that PBC want. He may not be able to draw in a lot of ticket sales, but he hits hard as fuck. And he deserves his opportunity to fight Rolly Romero again, or get Rolly out the way so this man can fight for the WBA title. You know, so Issac Cruz, though, on the other hand, from looking at this fight, breaking it down, he's a tough little fighter, man. Issac Cruz, he's a come forward fighter. He applies a lot of pressure, throws a lot of punches. He uses his head a lot. He got a big head, and somehow, he can probably use it as a weapon versus Rolly Romero. Come in with his head and then followed by punches. Headbutt, hook, right hand. If you want. But Rolly Romero, he is a hard puncher as well. He's definitely the bigger fighter. I think Cruz is a more skilled fighter than Rolly Romero. But Rolly Romero is going to be looking to defeat Issac Cruz. And one thing he does have in his favor is power. But Cruz has power. He has the, decent skills, like I said. And I think he got quicker hands. Isaac Cruz has quicker hands. And this fight can go either way. 50-50 fight. This is going to be on the undercard of Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. I think this is a more competitive fight in that main event with Tszyu and Thurman. I think Thurman will get stopped underneath 6 rounds. This fight right here, I don't know. I really don't know. Like I stated, Isaac Cruz is coming up. He's a smaller fighter. And I would want him to win. But either way, I still feel like the winner of this fight will still swerve Barroso, man. And that's not cool, man. I've criticized the WBC because they do this type of stuff where the mandatories is not being ordered. Say case in point, an example, David Benavidez being the mandatory for over like 2 years to the WBC belt that Canelo Alvarez is holding on to. But because of the bias that is there, David Benavidez is not getting his opportunity. He's got people that's skipping a line ahead of him, like Jermell Charlo, possibly Jamal Charlo, and possibly Bud Crawford or Jaime McGee or something like that. We don't know what Canelo getting ready to do. But I have a strong feeling it won't be David Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo, and it won't be David Benavidez Mexican Independence Day in September, unfortunately. And you got to deal with the root. When these sanctioning bodies are not ordering these fights, and putting the number one contenders right there in position, you got to look at them. So it's a shame. It's a flame of shame to the WBA for ordering this fight, allowing Rowley to be capped. He should have been stripped. As soon as he said he was retired, he should have stripped his ass immediately. Um, where is the doctor notes? Where is the document stating that this man had an injury to prove he had an injury? I remember they put that pressure on Jermell Charlo. I believe it was the WBO or something like that. They said, hey, provide the documents of your injury, proof, receipts. Where's the receipts that he went and got his injury checked out? Anybody know what type of injury Rolly had? Because I don't know what injury he had. It was a stalling tactic for the PBC to cook up what they cooked up, and that's him versus Issac Cruz. Two leftovers of Tank. Two guys that already lost to Tank. Issac Cruz, of course, put up a better fight. He took Tank the distance. After Tank was trying to land hard shots on top of this man's dome piece. And Romero can't just be trying to throw hard shots at the top of this man's head. Otherwise, he's going to fuck his hand up too. So, yeah, man, I just thought I'd do that real quick while I'm on my way to work. Try to get another live stream in. One, two, kid, what's good, man? Day 2. Day number 2. If I get time, I'll try to get another one in later on. Shaking off the, what you call it? The stream rust. Not the ring rust, the stream rust. And getting these live streams back cracking, man. But may the best man win. I don't give a shit about no Rolly Romero. I don't. He's capped. He says a lot of suspect shit. I've seen him engage in some suspect behavior with David Morrell. There's some video out there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Him and David Morrell got a strange strange relationship, And as far as his fighting ability, he sucks. He sucks. Without power, Rolly ain't shit. Issac Cruz, I think he's a decent fighter. He's a tough little guy, man. They call him Pitbull for a reason. He's not scared. But he's ducked a lot of fighters too. He had an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson. Also, I think he had an opportunity to fight Ryan, but Ryan not shit either. So I'm sick of all of these underachieving ass fighters and duckers, fighting each other. None of them are trying to step up. So, like J.O. said earlier in the chat, maybe this is a setup for them to fight Tank next. Maybe the winner will be fighting Tank in a rematch. And, Tank is ain't on no big champ shit. So I'm sure Tank will accept that fight quick, fast. But shout out to everybody who caught the playback. I am the Black Horseman. Day 2 of claiming these cap stars. And I had to add Rolly Romero to the list. He's a cap star. And a lot of these young, dumb athletes are trying to mess up the sport. Playback. They are trying to ruin the sport. You know, they spend more time trying to discredit fighters that are actually doing something. You know, fighters that are actually representing the sport in the right way. You know, the ones that actually give reverence and respect to the traditions of boxing. You know, obtaining the world titles, defending the belts, becoming unified and undisputed. You know, there's some fighters that are still doing that. And then there's some hater ass cap stars that want to criticize those accomplishments. And it's unfortunate that a lot of these cap stars are under the influence of none other than, like I said before, Floyd Mayweather. You know, Floyd Mayweather is a cancer to the sport of boxing, man. He has influenced many of these young athletes to not focus on their legacy, but to focus on taking the easy road for the big check, you know? And it's fucking sad. It's fucking sad. And that this miserable rich dude, a rich guy, but he's miserable. You know, you want to be envious of fighters that's trying to break records and do things that he's never done. Floyd Mayweather ain't never been undisputed, you know, and he will pick and choose who he wanted to fight. I'm not saying Floyd didn't fight good fighters. And I'm not saying that Floyd is not one of the best fighters we've ever seen. Because I watched Floyd in his prime. Hell of a fighter. But he's a hell of a hater too. And he don't want to see these young athletes, you know, dare to be great. He wants to talk them out of challenging the best competition in their weight classes. Just look at Tank. You know, the excellency guy out there in Saudi Arabia can offer millions of dollars. You know, money is no object. Money is nothing to this guy. Can offer this man a truckload of money to fight one of the best pound for pound fighters in Devin Haney. But Floyd Mayweather will convince him that he don't need to do that. You know, if you are under the umbrella of Mayweather Promotions and PBC at this point, you're on the wrong side of the street. You just are. These guys have walked away from millions and millions of dollars from across the street. I mean, we've seen promoters on the other side of the street offer them millions. And somehow, some way, they were convinced that it was not worth it. And then, shortly after walking away from millions of dollars, they got their ass kicked. You know what I mean? Shit went downhill from there. Anybody seen Deontay Wilder lately? You know what I'm saying? Wilder, black ass, had $100+ million on the table. Walked away from that to fight Fury and get his ass whooped. Black History Month. You know, blazed. And now he is out here trusting Malik Take a Dive Scott. He think that a guy who took a dive for him to win is got the blueprint for him to be top heavyweights. Stupidity. So, I think that Floyd Mayweather, who is a partner with PBC, he targets young and dumb athletes. The young and dumb. If you're an idiot, he wants to do business with you. He wants to manipulate you and talk you out of millions. He don't want you to get anywhere close to 9 figures or none of that type shit. 8 figures. He wants you to get, I don't know, like I said before, take $2 million and we treat it to the best. We got something better for you. He want to talk them out of becoming, talk them out of generational wealth just to hang out with him. Basketball games. Just to say, I'm with Money Mayweather, you know, while he out here flossing all his money and you out here just trying to be a groupie. So, yeah, man, I don't know how much Cruz and Romero is going to make. I don't even care. But I do want this guy to get his opportunity, man, next. Will the WBA give Ismael Barroso his opportunity next? We have yet to find out. But that's really all I got for this one, man. Thanks for everybody that tuned in live. Toby, Grindheart Sports, what's up, bro? Toby Barlett, Iron Cone, and the True First Crew, man. Everybody that supports the UGC, Black Horseman, and the whole team, man. Check out the channels tab, subscribe, and support. That's all I got for this one, man. I'm out.